Well, everybody. So there has been some casting for the Harry Potter series. They race swapped. Oh no! One of the characters. I didn't report on it because I haven't seen the Harry Potter movies and I'm just not a fan. So I was like, I'm not gonna be a poser. I'm not just gonna report on Harry Potter stuff just because it's a popular IP. But I probably should just like sit down and watch the fucking movies. I won't read the books because books are for nerds, but I'll watch the movies and then maybe I'll start reporting on Harry Potter from now on. I don't know. We'll see when I have the time to do that. But I figured I'd just watch this lady talk about it. What's her name? Amala Ekpunobi? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't fucking know. Let's see what she has to say.
All right, guys, we're back and we're having another race swapping conversation. I feel like this controversy pops up every now and then, and we have to unpack yet another character that has been swapped out for the sake of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
So this is already kind of retarded. Like, here's the thing. If a character is race swapped just because they want to make the thing more diverse and they don't pay attention to getting a good actor, then that's bad. Probably shouldn't do that. If they had like an open casting call or whatever and they're like, hey, this guy gave the best audition, then I don't really care about it. that's my position. But here's the thing. We're never going to know what the answer is, right? Unless there's like an email leak or whatever where they're like, we need a black guy. Let's race swap one of the characters. We don't care if the guy's a bad actor. Get that guy. He's popular or something. I don't know. Like unless like an email like that leaks, we have no fucking idea, right? So like, I feel like making this base assumption right off the bat is kind of retarded. And all we can really do is wait and see if the guy's good in the role. If he's good in the role, then who cares? If he's bad in the role, then he's bad in the role. And then you criticize the performance. But this like weird conspiracy theory that you at the end of the day don't really have any evidence for is just, I don't know, kind of retarded. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. Okay, I'm very humble on this channel.
And today we're doing it in the wizarding world of Harry Potter. There's a lot of pissed off people about this next one. Now, of course, this pertains to the HBO streaming series that's coming out soon about Harry Potter.
It is funny though that I wonder if this is gonna hurt the Harry Potter show at all, because it is still one of those things where it's like, do general audiences really give a fuck about any of this, or are they just gonna watch the Harry Potter show because it's Harry Potter? I do genuinely wonder about that kind of thing. But it's like, it's just interesting that you have like now both the left and the right like mad at this Harry Potter show, where you have the left-wing people that are mad at it because J.K. Rowling is obviously involved with it. And J.K. Rowling doesn't have the best opinion about trans people, or I don't know, maybe she does, depending on who you who you are. But yeah, left-wing people they want to boycott the show. And now, because they're doing like race swaps or whatever, you got a whole bunch of right-wing people that are like, yeah, the character used to be white and now it's black. Ah! And so you have like both sides angry at the show. So I don't know if that's at the end of the day, if that's realistically going to hurt it or not. I think at the end of the day, if it's good and it's well made, it probably won't hurt it. I mean, just look at The Last of Us, right? Like, they race swapped Joel. Nobody gave a fuck because the show is good. So I think that's probably the case, to be honest with you.
We all know that J.K. Rowling has been working very closely with the creative team that is working on this project, although I don't know what her role is in the casting. HBO recently came out and defended her work on this project.
So the reality is that, at least from what I understand, J.K. Rowling owns Harry Potter. Like, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that nothing can happen without her approval. She is the end-all be-all. She is the big gabagool of Harry Potter. So, like, if J.K. Rowling felt some type of way about race swapping, they wouldn't race swap. Like, straight up. So, like, did she make the decision to cast the guy? Possibly not. But was she opposed to it? No, because if she was opposed to it, it wouldn't have happened.
saying, despite her personal political beliefs, Homegirl is going to be working on the show because we kind of need the author. But if they needed the author, maybe they would reference the original source material when it comes to the description of characters.
Or maybe the author doesn't give a fuck. That's the thing, right? Like, the author, like, Percy Jackson, that's another good example. What's the guy's name? Rick Riordan. He came out and he was like, yeah, we had an open casting call, and the girl that played Annabeth, she was the best. She gave the best audition. She fits the best for what I wrote. Like the essence of the character. Nobody gives a fuck, or like I don't give a fuck about like race. It's possible that J.K. Rowling just feels the same way. Like I don't know, and it's so I don't know. To me, it's very boring to be like, but it was like this in the thing that came before, so it has to be exactly the same. Nothing changes. It has to be exactly the same. Can't make any changes. No. It has to be the same. That's just so boring to me. I don't know. Like, let people like do new things with old things. Like, let people take a property and roll with it. Do their own thing with it. Like, I just have no desire to limit artists that way. It's just not something that I care about.
Apparently, they've decided to just ignore that, I guess, in this casting announcement. Now, this has to do with the character Severus Snape, Professor Snape. He's kind of this dark figure in the Harry Potter.
Dark? Okay, we got a dark guy playing him. Hey, looks like we're accurate.
World when we first get introduced to him in movie number 1. And of course, if you're Harry Potter book fans, we're about to briefly get into his description here. But it seems as though this role has been offered to an actor by the name of Papa Esidu. I hope I said his name right. Sorry, Papa. And this announcement's come out and it's getting a lot of responses. Of course, people are saying, I know what Severus Snape looks like. I know that professor. And I don't think that he's a black man. And it's not to come after this actor in any way, shape, or form. It seems like he has a pretty lengthy set of work. I can imagine he's a good actor and he's going to take on this role and try to, the best of his abilities, to be loyal to the source material and to put on a good show for everybody who's going to watch. But it's interesting to see these changes being made as we've been living in the Hollywood that has focused itself on diversity, equity, and inclusion for.
So, like, the thing is that this is always my perspective on this is race important to the character? Like, is race an essential part of, like, what makes that character what they are in the service that they provide to the story? So, good example that I always provide, Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird. If you made a remake of To Kill a Mockingbird, kind of got to keep Atticus Finch white, It's a little bit important to the story that Atticus Finch is white. You know what I mean? like if you were to make Atticus Finch like black, you would just have to completely change the story of To Kill a Mockingbird. Now, on the other hand, a character like Catwoman, no, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, she was white in the comics, then she was black in the Adam West TV show, then she was white in the Tim Burton movie, she was white in the Christopher Nolan movie, then she's black again in the Matt Reeves movie. Like, it just doesn't really matter. So to me, it's all about the character. Like, I don't know, is Severus Snape like going to KKK meetings? If so, then probably important that he's white. If the role that he provides to the story ultimately doesn't have anything to do with race, then who cares?
For quite some time, and it's hard to believe that this race swap is not a part of the culture that's been placed.
Yeah, you don't know that though, so who gives a fuck? If the performance is good, then the performance is good. Like, you don't know. This is a conspiracy theory. There's no point in like thinking about this unless evidence comes out. Then sure.
And poured onto entertainment over the last few years. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar,
what is with these metaphors? She's like, this wokeness is being cummed all over entertainment for the past few years. Like, just talk normally. What are you doing?
with the original description of what Professor Snape is meant to look like, we actually have this from the Harry Potter books. JK's description says, thin man with sallow skin, a large hooked nose, and yellow uneven teeth. He had shoulder-length, greasy black hair, which framed his face in curtains, curling lips, and dark penetrating eyes that resembled tunnels. And you even have, that little cartoon animated version.
Like, I don't know what people think I don't know what people think they're accomplishing when they like make these arguments. Or like, look, in the book it said that he looked like this. Oh, like you do you think that fucking J.K. Rowling is gonna read that and is gonna see this tweet and be like, oh no, I forgot that I described what he looked like in the book. Oh no, I can't go through this casting decision anymore. Like, she fucking knows. Like, what are you fucking talking about? They just think this guy is best for the role. Like, oh wow, you got him. You got him with the book description. Oh no. I'm sure J.K. Rowling forgot.
Of Severus Snape. And, it's not really working out. I don't know how exactly you get shoulder-length, greasy black hair on the actor that they've presumably offered this role to, but I'm interested to see where they go. I can understand.
You know what this also reminds me of? It reminds me of the fucking the Halo TV show. Now listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that the Halo show is like particularly good. I don't mind it, but to be honest with you, I didn't even watch season 2. So take that with what you will. I'm not sitting here defending the Halo TV show, but like the criticisms that Halo game fans had for it were so mind-dumbingly stupid. Like every time that they were like, Master Chief had a helmet in the games, so he has to always have a helmet in the show. It's like, okay, but like in the games, aren't you like mostly in battle, because it's a game where you're constantly supposed to be like in combat and shooting people? And he's like, yeah. So it's like, okay, so the show is more of like a narrative based experiences, so they're gonna have him not in battle all the time, and there are gonna be moments where he's just like chilling out and talking to his commanders or whatever. It's like, I guess so, but in the games he never had his helmet off, so he has to have it on at all times. And it's like, okay, I guess. And then it's like, Master Chief was a virgin. He's not supposed to have sex. And it's like, what? Why is that even a thing? It's like, no, but we never saw him have sex in the game, so he can't have sex in the show. It's just like, why? I don't even understand what the fuck you people are talking about. It's just like this like autistic thing of like, it has to be exactly the same as it was in the source material. No changes ever. It has to be the same. It's like so stupid.
People being a little perturbed by this race swap, and it does feel a little unnecessary. To the best of my knowledge, within the Harry Potter world and in the source material, there are black characters, and it is actually spoken about in the book. They are directly referenced and described as being black. So it's interesting that they've taken Professor Snape and deciding,
okay, if there are other black characters, then that's just more evidence that they probably just thought that this guy gave the best audition. That's more evidence for that.
To swap him out. I saw a lot of people in the talks of this Harry Potter series say, Adam Driver. He's the one who's meant to be Severus Snape. He looks like him. He has the same vibe. We all know Adam Driver is an immensely talented actor, but
I don't know if they would even be able to get Adam Driver, to be honest with you. I feel like after his experience with Star Wars, I don't know that he would want, I just don't think that Adam Driver would want to sign up for 8 years of like shooting a season of a TV show every year. I just don't know if they would be able to get him, to be honest with you.
Instead, they've decided to do this. And this is not the only story that people have been talking about recently. In recent news, How to Train Your Dragon has also popped up. The main character, Astrid, or the main female character, has been race swapped and is now being played by the actress who you see here. And of course, she's talented. I'm sure she's wonderful. I saw her in The Last of Us. She put on a great performance. That being said...
Yeah, she was race swapped in The Last of Us too. This is so fucking stupid. Yeah, she was race swapped in The Last of Us too. I mean, she probably didn't know that because she didn't play the game. It's like, yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. Bro, How to Train Your Dragon is the funniest example Because it's like fucking Astrid, voice actress. She was already race swapped. You've already been deceived. America Ferrera already did the voice for Astrid. They already deceived you. All right, you thought that it was white, but it wasn't. It's also like, I mean, was she Asian in the second movie? Damn, that's crazy. Double race swap. Oh my god, bro. But yeah, what's the fuck is the Astrid actress? Isn't she like I'm pretty sure she's like half white. Let's see, Nico Parker race. I've already googled this before. Let's see. Oliver Parker. This guy sounds white. This guy sounds white as shit. He was born in London. Is he? I am assuming he's white. Is this guy famous enough that we can like pull up his fucking? Oh, this guy's white as shit, bro. Look how white this guy is. Yeah, so like, I mean, yeah, her mom is Thandie Newton or whatever. She's like, she's mixed race. Who gives a fuck? She is white. Who cares? There's already a fucking Hispanic actress voicing her in the movie. And an Asian actress apparently voicing her in the second movie. Who gives a fuck, bro? None of this matters. Oh my god, bro.
Why can't actresses like that get their own characters that are written in their...
You can do both. You can have some actresses. You can have some original black characters. You can do race swaps. Who gives a shit? You can do both. Both things are possible. You can do both.
Their likeness. And it's not...
Just let artists make art. Let casting directors cast who they want to cast. And then if the movie is good or bad, then we judge it on if it's good or bad. Nobody gives a fuck.
To attack people of color or to say they shouldn't be given opportunities. It is simply to say, I read a book once and I was imagining the way this character looked. In fact, I was told exactly what this character looked like. And in the sense of Harry Potter and How to Train Your Dragon, there is a world built around these characters that is also hinting at maybe a little bit of a certain race. And maybe I should look into that and think, what do those characters look like? And most importantly, how have they been described to me? And when we are reading books and works of fiction and nonfiction, we are building these characters in our brains. And when you...
Yeah, like, here's the thing, though. Like, I just feel like most of these people don't actually, like, care about this stuff. Because here's the thing. There's, like, so many changes also that, like, I've noticed sometimes people don't necessarily care about. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, Percy Jackson again, okay? I'm just thinking about Percy Jackson again. Pretty sure Percy Jackson hair color. I think it's different. Yeah, messy black hair. And then in the fucking Disney Plus show, he has like, is that blonde hair? Is that orange hair? Is that blonde hair? Blonde, maybe? Yeah, like, this is like, I haven't seen anybody complaining about this. Okay, if you're so fucking autistic about being faithful to the source material. But people really care. They really care about the fact that, she looks a little different from how it was described in the book. Wonder why. I'm just very curious. Very curious. Very curious. And I'm not even saying these people are racist. I like, to be honest with you, I think that I just think that the culture war has just gotten to such a point that everybody's just like on edge and they're just so ready to care about this stuff, when I think if you just sat down and you really thought about it, think isn't necessarily a word, I don't think, is it? Fuck, I don't know. If you really thought about it for a second, you'd probably come to the conclusion of, like, this actually doesn't matter that much. Maybe I should just wait and see if the end product is good or bad. Maybe that is the best way to consume art. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You see the casting, and it is in no way, shape, or form what you predicted. And it's also not motivated by anything genuine. It's motivated by this.
You don't know that. You have no fucking idea. Oh, I'm sorry. Amala Ekpunobi. I'm sorry. Were you in the fucking casting room? Were you in the casting chairs when the guy came in and gave his fucking audition? Were you there? Maybe you were. I don't. Maybe I'm assuming. Maybe I'm making an ass out of you and me. Something tells me you weren't.
Massive push within Hollywood fight for this fabricated diversity, equity, and inclusion. It makes you feel a little bit off. And I don't think it's going to impact how well this show does. It's just to say that as a fan watching it, you're going to have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. Or
what the fuck does that even mean? You're going to say fucking wizards being like, a gobbly goobity boop, a babada boopity boop. Let me turn this fucking rabbit into a monster or something. And then the fucking the scene cuts over to Snape, and he's like, "Oh my, black! I can't suspend my disbelief now." That's just so funny. I'm just imagining the person watching Harry Potter, fucking with having the reaction as she describes it.
Get used to something that you haven't been used to because you were used to the actual source material. But that's the unfortunate world that we're living in now, where Hollywood takes on something, says that they were.
It's also like just, it's literally the argument that she's making. She's like, thing was this way in the book. You changed thing. No, it's just such a weird. I don't understand it. I just don't understand that way of consuming art. Like, I don't understand the people that don't have the desire to just let artists make the art that they want to make and then just see what that artistic expression is and see if it connects with you or not. I don't get it. Man. Like, if I want to watch, if I want to consume the original Harry Potter source material, I'll read the books. Or I don't know, maybe I'll watch the movies where they're all white or whatever, if that's something that you give a shit about. I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't connect with art that way. I just don't.
Respect the source material, and then tries to switch it as much as they possibly can whilst getting by and making sure that they maintain their numbers. And if they can inject a little bit of ideology into it, they will also do that. And I think a lot of people thought with this Harry Potter series, because J.K. Rowling is working so closely on it, that they wouldn't have to deal with those issues. She seems pretty reasonable in her personal life and in her online takes when it comes to culture and politics.
It's literally just the trans thing. So you're just like, oh yeah, she hates trans people like me. Look at she's so reasonable, and then you really come to realize that that's probably the only thing that J.K. Rowling agrees with you on. Is that it's probably the only thing that J.K. Rowling agrees with you on is that trans women shouldn't compete with cis women in sports. And you're like, yeah, J.K. Rowling, she's one of us. and then you come to realize that J.K. Rowling probably just doesn't give a fuck about race swaps. And now you're like, oh no, J.K. Rowling, I thought you were based.
And they thought maybe she wasn't going to have this happen on her project, but alas, it has happened.
It's all I love the taking away J.K. Rowling's fucking power. So like just to be clear, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but as far as I understand, J.K. Rowling is the full-on owner of Harry Potter. If J.K. Rowling says you can't do this, from my understanding, they can't do this. So it's not that J.K. Rowling is having to deal with this. It's that J.K. Rowling is flat out okay with this happening. She does not care.
And We don't know with whether or not it's happened with her green light or not, but here it is. And if you're really caught on the race part of this argument, I'll give you another example that has nothing to do with race. A really big box office movie that came out recently was It Ends With Us. This was based on the Colleen Hoover film. Women and young women in particular were really excited to watch this romance that was also about domestic violence play out on screen. And they were waiting for the characters Lily Bloom and Riles, whatever his name is. Now, when they saw the casting come out, they realized this is not at all what I thought Lily Bloom looked like. It is not at all what I thought Ryle looked like. And it's just something that when you go to the theater, you have to go, that's not what I was expecting, but now I have to accept this and go about my business if I want to consume this piece of media. And that's exactly what's happening here. And not only is it just something that the audience now has to get over, it's not exactly fair to the actors that you're placing in this role. One, you're placing them in controversy, whether or not you believe that controversy is rightful or not.
You know what you know what you do to take care of that problem? Let's see. Let's open up my phone here. Oh, Twitter. Holding on the app icon. Oh, remove app? Delete app. Delete Twitter. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like people that are like, oh no, people are saying things about me on the internet. Oh no. I don't know. That's like another thing that I just have a disconnect with people on. Like, I've had videos where, you know what, I'll give an unpopular take. Might happen in this video. I don't know. And then a bunch of people are like, oh, you're stupid in the comments. And then, you know, I read them and it's like, you're not, like, these people aren't providing any good arguments. I don't know. Like, I'll respond to them, see if they have, you know, see if they want to have a conversation. And then I just move on with my day. Like, I don't know. You just get off of social media if you're like this, like, Snape guy. If he's going to get a bunch of racist people in his mentions, just get off of social media. I don't know. And then enjoy, like, the money that you make by being in a fucking Harry Potter show. It's all, like, this is also, it's like the infantilization of the actor. It's like, he probably knows, and then he chose to make this decision. It's not unfair on him.
Is on you. I can't, change that opinion for you. I can only tell you how I feel. But on top of that, there are roles that are created with this person's likeness, with their talent, with their ability. And if we want diversity, equity, and inclusion, maybe we should just start creating things that are diverse and inclusive.
Like, what? As if these things don't exist. I just watched Alex Cross on Amazon. This is a show about a black cop guy. What do you, like, Black Panther exists? What do you mean? Like, they make things with black leads that are original properties about black people. Like, they do that. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, you can do both. You can cast who you think is best for Snape, and then you can also make a thing with a black guy. It's not a one or the other situation. This argument is also stupid.
And equitable, although I don't agree with that. But if that's what you want, do it, create it, make it, and then cast characters in those roles instead of putting them in the hot seat and casting them with a character that they don't fit the description of. And when it comes to Harry Potter and the discourse around this streaming series, I saw a lot of fans say, please don't even make it. I don't need to see this. It's too soon. You're gonna make all these changes. And then another set of fans said, you know what? This is an opportunity to get deeper into the Harry Potter world. We can learn more. We can expand on parts of the books that we didn't quite get to see in the movies. And now I think that second set of fans is feeling a little bit of regret. And I will say,
oh no, too much black. Oh no, now we can't act. Now we can't explore more about the lore in the book because the guy looks different than he was described as in the book. Oh no. That's so stupid. I'm sorry, that's just such dumb logic.
Less strongly about this than I do about people who are claiming to give historical depictions of certain people that actually exist.
That's fair. If it's a Netflix documentary and there's no evidence of Cleopatra being black, I don't really know. I've never looked into it. I don't really care. But like, this is obviously a fair criticism. I just don't care about race swapping.
and then
In fiction.
completely race swapping or gender swapping them. And I think there's a gradient on these issues when we are confronted with them, when we see them, and particularly with entertainment that we have, you know, a soft spot in our heart for, and we've liked and we've grown up on. And I think that's what people are experiencing with this new Harry Potter streaming series, and I completely understand it.
I don't understand
those
it.
are my thoughts. Let me know down below. I have not read
I don't understand you. Okay? I don't empathize with you.
Harry Potter books. I've only seen a few of the movies, so I'm not.
She's not even a fan. I thought it was, she's more shameless than me. God damn it. I should have just covered the story. I should have just been like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about Harry Potter. I don't know who this Severus Snape guy is, but I'm just going to yap about it anyways. Why didn't I just do that? God damn it. I need to be more shameless as a YouTuber. Okay, because at the end of the day, who cares? Am I right?
This world. If you are, how do you feel about this Severus Snape casting? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? And tell me exactly why. As always, if you disagree with anything I said in this video, duke it out, put you so respect.
Wait, what is this video? Woke people are stunningly wrong about Wicked. I'm kind of should I don't know. You know, maybe I'll react to that video at some point. That might be interesting. Is she a fan of Wicked? I don't know. All right, guys. So that's it. I guess. I guess I just don't care about race swapping at the end of the day. Let me know in the comments if Snape was like a member of the KKK or something, and you know him being white is like an important part of the plot. Let me know if that's the case. If not, I don't care. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.